All right, we're getting this party started. The amount of dog hair that I have on me right now is ridiculous. So I jump ahead of myself. You have just entered the Colette Kati, the Empowered Now with Colette Kati Cozy series. Ooh, juicy. What are we going to do in today's podcast, right? If you're not watching on YouTube, I'm in my front room. I'm in my cozy chair. I've got my most favorite cozy blanket, and I've got my plant, Gerald, in the corner. Oh, let me fix this. Gerald is happy to be here. He's very cozy in the corner. I've got the fireplace behind me. It's just a really cozy time, and we're just going to be intimate together. Not that kind, guys. Come on, chill out. Welcome to Empowered Now. I'm your host, Colette Kati. Join me as we talk all things to uplift, encourage, teach, inspire, and empower you to see your best self, to live your best life, and to thrive wherever you are. Anyways, so I'm snuggling in my cozy blanket, my most favorite cozy blanket, and I think that Louie also cozied up in this blanket because I have dog hair all over my black pants. What? If you have dogs or cats, you know what I'm talking about. It's a love-hate relationship. It's like, I love you, and I need to vacuum you every day. Okay. Guys, this gets to be easy. This gets to be fun. This is going to be a episode that's just quick, simple, because we are coming into the end of the year. We're in the cozy time. If you're in the Northwest in the US, it is cold, the snow is falling, there are lots of snowflakes, it's cold. Okay. Sometimes that's not great, but for me, I love it. I love the snow. I love skiing. I love sledding. I love being out in the snow. It's a time of year. It's winter. We're in kind of this like things are dormant stage, but it's also the holidays. So things are exciting. We're getting ready to go to holiday parties. There might be excitement to visit family and connect with people that you haven't seen in a really long time. It can also be, it's a yes and situation, but it can also be a time of extreme stress. You feel me? Anybody? It can be a time where maybe you're feeling burnt out because there's so much to think about. There's so much to do. You're planning and prepping for holidays, but you're also ending things like having year-end wrap-ups at work, or your family, you're a mom, or you have lots of activities for your kids, or you're just in a situation where it's great, it's a fun, exciting time, whatever. It's also a lot. It can also be a time of loneliness, a time where you're not, maybe you're seeing all these other people that are connecting and doing all these fun things, and you feel like you're not in that. You're in a different phase. You're in a different place. Or maybe you're feeling really lonely, or you're feeling an extra added amount of separation instead of connection. I've actually been feeling all the feelings this holiday season, and I'll just share with you. I am feeling like that stress, but I've definitely gone through years where I felt it more than others, but I just kind of like kept running and kept going and was just like, it's fine. We got to get through this. And then the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And you're just constantly thinking, what's the to-do list and what's the next thing? I don't know if you're there, but that's where I've been a lot of times in the past. And then as I went through like a coming back to myself journey, I've been through holiday seasons where it just felt like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing feeling. Like this just feels so incredible to feel connection and to feel like, just good. Like that joyful holiday feeling that everybody wants to have. I've had times where I felt more of that, but I think it's always a yes and. It can be both. And I don't really want to focus just on this holiday season, but specifically the end of the year can bring up a lot of feelings for people. Did I accomplish everything that I wanted to this year? Oh, I didn't. Maybe there's feelings of shame for where you're at in your business or in your personal goals or in your family, maybe your health goals even. Maybe there's a lot of feelings of, oh my gosh, here we are again at the end of the year and getting ready to start New Year's and New Year's resolutions in air quotes. And I'm just feeling like I can't. I'm over it. Maybe you're feeling that. Maybe there's a lot of stress that was accumulating through, especially in the US, over the elections. And now that things have happened, it's like, oh, okay, I can breathe, but also maybe I'm even more constricted because things didn't pan out the way that I needed them to be okay, right? Wherever you are, this podcast is for you. I want to talk about, what do we do when there is that stress, there's that nervous system deregulation inside, when the thoughts are anything but joyful, the thoughts are anything but yay for Christmas, yay for the holidays, yay for New Year's or whatever it is. Like, you're not feeling it because you're feeling heavy inside. So what I want to offer you today are just a few simple things that you can do to help yourself through this holiday season, through this end of year place. When we're in a stressful place, sometimes we forget that we're in the now. I know that sounds silly, but I know for me, I'm constantly thinking, okay, where's the list? Gotta do this. Oh, what about what happened yesterday? And oh my gosh, I'm stressed about that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, thinking about what's happening or what's coming up. We forget to stay in the now, in the present moment. So you're stressed out. Are you stressed out? I would love to know in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, please comment below. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling this holiday season or this end of year period of time. What's going on for you? Where are you at? Sometimes we've got so much going on in our brain and we're constantly thinking, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Maybe you're one of those I'm fine people. Maybe not. But if you are, notice yourself, what you're doing. Like, are you constantly thinking about all these things or feeling all these things and you're just still going? Like, you're still just running and doing the schedule and doing the thing? It's a good time to stop and ask yourself, like, what do I need? What do I actually need? And it's usually attached to the basics, because I can tell you, if you are running on empty, meaning you haven't eaten, you haven't, had water today, or you haven't had enough sleep, your brain is going to amplify everything. Your brain is going to be like, this is a huge problem, when really, if you had some sleep, if you had a good meal, you'd be like, oh, okay, there's that thing. It's a simple thing, but how often do you get going and going and going and you forget that you have a body? Like, your body actually needs to be taken care of. And we could get into all of the psychological and emotional side of that, but right now I just want to talk about your physical body. Like, notice what's happening in your brain, and if you notice the stress, stop and think, okay, what did I do for my body today? Did I eat breakfast? Did I have a little exercise where I could breathe and clear my mind? Did I have any water today? Sometimes my kids will get home from school. Like, Daxton came home the other day and he's like, oh, I have a headache. And I'm like, oh no, are you getting sick? And I'm like, did you have any water today? And he's like, no. I'm like, go drink a giant glass of water, go rest for a minute, and then come back and tell me how you feel. And he's like, oh, I feel great. I'm like, yeah, drink some water. It's good for you. Turns out our bodies need it. But so often we find ourselves in go mode, especially if you're a parent and you're cooking for your kids and you're doing all these things to make sure that they have what they need and they're taken care of. We forget about ourselves. I can tell you so many times I can go back to so many times, and I still do it sometimes today, where I'll cook breakfast and I will make it for everyone, but I won't include myself. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, I'll be fine. I'll just drink a little protein shake later or something. It's like, just make yourself breakfast. Add yourself in there. It's not that, hard. It's not that hard. But who does that? I know there's some of you out there that are like, oh my gosh, I do that. And then you just like eat your kids' leftovers or something. Like, come on, people. Come on. We're going to fix this. Okay. It's time to start caring for yourself and your needs. Maybe you're single. Maybe you live on your own and it's just easy to run to a fast food restaurant, grab something quick, which is fine. I'm not knocking that. But actually taking the time to prepare something for yourself that is good for you, that feels good, and then sit down and like mindfully eat it. Some of you, I'm saying this right now and you're laughing, thinking that's not even possible. Like I can't do that. Oh my goodness. I know there's so many out there because I remember feeling that way. Like I don't have time. I don't have time for that. Who has time to make themselves a meal? You do. You got to make that a priority. You're important. Your body has needs. Your body's needs, if they are not met, your brain will create more problems than there actually are. Okay? Your brain will also take, small problems that can have solutions and make them huge problems, crisis, right? So that is like step one of self-love. What does my body need? And I might resist taking care of it. And that's a whole other area that we can go into. What are the psychological things going on? What are the emotional things going on? But we're going to set that aside right now and just think about, okay, I'm going to listen. I'm going to take care of my body. And just notice how that changes the stress level. Okay? I know it's hard. It can be difficult. And some of you are like, why is this hard? This podcast isn't for you then. This one is for the ones that are thinking, yes, I know, I get this. I don't know why I do that. Why do I do that? Bodies, they have needs. It's time to take care of them. And allow yourself some enjoyment. Sometimes when I talk a lot about what do you need? Like ask yourself what you need. What does my body need? Sometimes we are running and going, and then we are binging, like, because we forget to feed ourselves good food. And so then we start binging and we just want like the sweets and the sugars. Like I did that for the longest time. I remember not eating and then like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. So I go buy a candy bar and eat that. Blood sugar problems. Let's not do that anymore. Okay, people, your body has needs. So where I was going with that was that sometimes we think that when we will pay attention to what we need, that we're just going to do that we're going to binge. But the truth is when you're not paying attention to your needs, that's when you start to get kind of manic in the way that you care for your body. It's like you're not thoughtful. It's just, oh, well, this is what I can grab and eat now, so this is what I'm going to do. And that's fine because sometimes we're in that stage of life where it's just busy and we are just kind of like trying to play catch up. But I'm just trying to give you some tools so that it's not that way, so that we can start to be a little bit more mindful ahead of time so that you're not treating your body like crap. Because the body affects the mind. That stress level, if you're not eating during the day and then you're only having sugar for lunch or whatever, or you're reaching for an energy drink with a lot of caffeine, that affects, the way your body acts and like what is the word I'm looking for? Just like your biology, it's just all the things flowing together, you're going to create problems. Like your brain is not going to be functioning at full capacity. Your blood sugar levels are going to be off, which affects your brain and it affects the way you think. So that is simple, but it's hard to do sometimes. I know I'm kind of going all around, and that's just how I am. This is the cozy series. We just get to be sitting here chatting on the couch, and it's totally fine, okay? What do you need? What does your body need? Do you need water? Do you need sleep? Do you need to ask for help so that you can get a little bit more sleep? Do you need to go to a doctor to see why you're not sleeping? The brain affects the body as well. It's like both ways. Do you need a coach? Do you need a therapist to help you so that you can function better in your body? Because that is going to help you, especially during this time. Like maybe you don't have time to like do a whole therapy session or whatever, but you can take time to ask yourself, what does my body need? How can I set my day up so that I allow my body to have what it needs so that my brain is not running amok? Okay. Just a little thought. My foot's falling asleep. Hold on. This is cozy and my feet are falling asleep. Shake them out. I like sitting like this though, so we're coming back. Okay. Talking about all of this really brings up a time for me where I really wasn't taking care of myself. And I thought that I was. I really genuinely thought that I was taking care of myself because I got sleep. It wasn't 8 hours, but I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'm sleeping, whatever. I got enough. I don't have time to sleep more. I've got all these other things that I need to do. And I was exercising, but my exercise was almost like overdoing it. And that also has to do with like psychological things like, oh, I need to be this skinny, or I need to, have this much muscle and I must keep working out and I've got this goal, which is great. You can have goals, right? But sometimes that can get out of whack. And I know that some of you understand what I'm talking about. So I would exercise really hard. I love exercising. You guys, I actually was a fitness instructor. I was a fitness instructor for a very long time. I still am. I'm only teaching yoga at the moment. I love it. Yoga is amazing. I also used to be one of those people that was like, oh no, yoga's not for me. That's too slow. I'm not sweating enough. I'm not burning enough calories. And I laugh at myself now. I laugh with my previous self because she just didn't know. She didn't know how therapeutic for the mind and the body and the soul and for longevity yoga is. I've actually gotten a lot of comments and questions from people about yoga because I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, and I'm not telling you what to believe, but I'm just telling you that in context that yoga somehow doesn't mesh with that. And I get that there can be, I don't know, there's just different ideas of what yoga means and what yoga is. And for me, it was all about presence. Yoga is the practice of presence. And so when I would practice yoga, I actually would have like an emotional experience sometimes where I'm just breathing and I'm flowing with the movement. And like, I would just feel this like euphoria of like, I'm alive. Like I feel I'm at peace. I'm in presence. I'm alive. I'm moving my body. Like I feel so strong. And it's a beautiful experience. So yes, I used to be one of those people that thought that's not for me because I need to burn calories. I need to lose weight and I need to be muscly and there was like this pushing attitude. And I realized through experience that wasn't actually helping me. My body was hurting. I wasn't taking the right vitamins that I needed to help my muscle recovery. And it was like, I finished a workout and it was like, okay, great. But it was like, I would look in the mirror or I would like have this idea that, okay, it's the next thing, like it's not enough. Like that perfectionist mind would just tell me, okay, keep going, more, like you got to do more. So I realized like it was actually hurting my body. And so there was some psychological and emotional things to do some work around to help heal that. And, it's an ongoing process. We're always evolving and changing and helping ourselves through those things. But I can tell you today, it's so much easier for me to be like, oh, okay, that's actually too much for my body right now. Or I actually don't need to go work out. I actually needed another 2 hours of sleep, so I'm going to take it. Like, it's easier now to notice what my body needs and honor that. And I promise you, as you start to recognize or pay attention to what your body needs, your brain is going to get better too. It's going to affect the stress levels. Your cortisol levels are going to lower. Like, cortisol in the body is heightened during times of stress, during times of like extreme exercise, which is fine, but you don't want to keep your cortisol levels at a high place all the time. That's not healthy. It's not good. If you're one of those people that are living in like a fight or flight type of place where you just feel this constant anxiety, just notice. And I'm not telling you you have to change that right now, because that might cause some more anxiety to think, oh no, I'm doing that. Oh crap, how do I fix it? Oh no. And then you're just adding to the problem. It's okay where you are. It's okay to be exactly where you are. But what I'm offering you is just an invitation, or I'm inviting you to start to pay attention to what does my body actually need? We're not even going to worry about the mind right now. We're just going to say, what does my body need? How can I give it what it needs? Simple. Let's do it. You're worth it. And that's where I want to end today. Simple, straightforward. What does my body need? Food, rest, water, a bath. Maybe it's taking care of yourself, doing your makeup. Maybe you feel like you need that. Go for it. Okay? I promise you, as you start paying attention to what your body needs, your brain is going to get better too. All right. I love you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching Empowered Now. If anything you heard today resonated with you and you want more, please like and subscribe so that you won't miss an upload. You can also follow me on social media at Colette Kati. And if you're interested in working with me more closely through coaching or other opportunities, go to my website, ColetteKati.com. It is my hope that you will continue to come back and experience for yourself the benefits of choosing an empowered life. Your feedback and your experience are very important to me, so please take a moment to connect with me in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on today's episode, ideas for future topics, and ideas for guests that you would like to see. And as always, thanks for your time, support, and your courage to live empowered now.